Hello, this is Joe MTL Vintage Cards bringing you another game from the 1974-75 NHL hockey season using Shootout Hockey and Shootout Easy. Today we are on November 24th, 1974. Here are the standings. In the Patrick Division, it is a really close race. Looks like we're in for an exciting finish. In the Smythe Division, the Vancouver Canucks and the Chicago Blackhawks lead the division. Going into the Adams, no surprises. Buffalo Sabres and the Bruins are the leaders. And in the Norris Division, it's the Los Angeles Kings and the Montreal Canadiens. Although in real life, it should probably be the inverse. We'll see how the length of the season turns out, and if the Canadians will catch the Los Angeles Kings. So today we are featuring the Pittsburgh Penguins traveling to Madison Square Garden to face the New York Rangers. You can see that the record for the Penguins is 10-8-1, and in real life they were 8-8-3. And for the Rangers, 9-7-3, and in real life they were 8-7-4. Pretty darn close. I'm very impressed with the realism of Shootout Hockey and Shootout Easy for such a very simple and enjoyable game. Again, with any kind of sports simulations, it's very unrealistic to say, well, I want absolute accuracy. There is no such thing about absolute accuracy. What you want really is you want it to be realistic and you want it to be enjoyable. And this game fits the bill. In real life, the Rangers beat the Penguins 7-5 way back in November of 1974. Today's goalies are Gary Innes for the Penguins and Gilles Villemure for the New York Rangers. The scoring chances are here. And checking the out-of-town scoreboard for November 24, the Buffalo Sabres beat the Montreal Canadiens 5-3. And then we had a trio of shutouts where the Kings went on to beat the Detroit Red Wings 5-0. The Flyers beat the Atlanta Flames 7-0, and Washington was walloped by the Minnesota North Stars 8-0. Before we get to the game, I want to feature the card in my collection that I enjoy. It's the second-year card for Jean Beliveau, 1954-55 Parkhurst. It's in poor condition. I don't care. It's in my personal collection. Why would I spend money to get it graded? Well, that's the enjoyment. I wanted to have it encapsulated for one of my favorite players of all time. Without further ado, let's get the game started. So it'll be the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'm using the flipper, as you can see, the helper, I think they call it. Yeah, I'm using the helper as I simulate the games. So we'll choose the goalies. It'll be Gary Innes and Gilles Villemure. We'll turn off the sound because the sound is annoying. And let's go. The game is underway. Move this here. 3 minutes off the clock. And the roll is a 41. That's some neutral zone play. Play continues. Again, the scoring chances are here, the left hand side of your screen. 3 more minutes off the clock. I'm finding that the helper, the minutes, the cards are spinning 27, that's more neutral zone play. They're spinning faster than others that I've seen. If you know of a setting in the background to make this speed up a little bit, that would be great. The roll, 1 more minute off the clock. The roll is a 61. 61 more neutral zone play, so lots of neutral zone play in the early going of the game. 3 more minutes off the clock. And nothing much happening offensively. And 27 again, 1 to 19 would have signaled a Pittsburgh scoring chance, and that was outside of it. 3 more minutes off the clock. And the roll is a 54, which is a penalty potentially for the Rangers. Let's see who it will be. It'll be Y or Y. Do we have a Y or an X2? Here's a Y. It's Greshner. So Greshner will get the penalty. Rookie defenseman Ron Greshner. He'll go off for, let's say, hooking. I used a random second generator in the helper at 12:26. 12:26, Greshner goes off for hooking. 1 tick, 1 to 34, and it's a power play chance for the Penguins. And it is a shorthanded opportunity for the Rangers. Who will it be? It'll be the letter A. The letter A is Steve Vickers. Now, all shorthanded opportunities come from the blue line, so no need to roll from where. So Vickers with the shorthanded opportunity, and that's no goal. Second half of the power play. And the roll is a 4. We have a power play scoring chance for the Penguins. It shall be the letter I. The letter I is Ron Schock. The veteran Schock will shoot from the slot, and Schock will score. The Penguins are up 1-0 on the power play goal by Ron Schock. His line is on with the first defensive pairing. So Schock's goal will come assisted by anyone with R5 besides Schock himself. So let's see if there's who else will assist him, and it's Schock again. On power play goals, I like to have at least 1 assist, so I'm going to roll it again until I get 1 assist. That's just my rule. It'll be the left winger, Bob Kelly. And this is J. Bob Kelly. It's not the Bob Kelly Flyers. So, Pittsburgh goal, Ron Schock. Ron Schock, assisted by Bob Kelly. And that happened, it was a power play goal at 14:12. So an early neat lead for the visiting Penguins as play resumes late in the first period. 1 minute off the clock. And the roll is a 17. That's another scoring chance for the Penguins. The second consecutive chance for the Penguins. It'll be the letter B. The letter B is Rick Kehoe on the second line. And Kehoe will shoot from the slot. That's an excellent scoring opportunity. And Kehoe will shoot. And he'll score. 2-0 Penguins. Kehoe's line is on with the second defensive pairing. So Rick Kehoe, assisted by Bob Paradise. And Colin Campbell. An even strength goal for Rick Kehoe. He was somewhat of a sniper in his day. Colin Campbell and Bob Paradise draw the assists. Even strength goal at 15:27. With 2-0 lead, the referee drops the puck at center ice, and we continue. That is 2 minutes off the clock. And the roll is an 88, and that is a scoring chance for the Rangers, their first of the game. And that's the letter C. The letter C is Jean Rattel. Rattel will shoot it from the face-off circle. Rattel streaks across the blue line. He shoots and he scores. Rattel scores. The first line scored. Rattel, first defensive pairing is on. So the goal from Rattel will be no one with R5. And center. So, nope, that'll be an unassisted goal. So, New York Rangers, Jean Rattel, unassisted, even strength goal, time of the goal, 17:50. So, the Rangers draw within one as play goes on. With 1 minute off the clock, we're into the 19th minute of play. And that's a 78 just outside of the Rangers' range. Play goes on. And that is 34 is some neutral zone play at even strength. And 3 minutes off the clock, which signals the end of the first period. After one period, the Pittsburgh Penguins lead the New York Rangers 2-1. Let's look at the scoring in the first period. So Ron Schock opened up the scoring at 14-12 with a power play goal assisted by J. Bob Kelly. Rick Kehoe's goal made it 2-0 at the 15:27 mark, assisted by Colin Campbell and Bob Paradise. And Jean Rattel's unassisted goal late in the first period made it 2-1. Folks, please consider subscribing. Let me know if you like this. I'm certainly having fun. Give it a thumbs up. Any kind of comment to make this experience better. As you can see, I'm adding more information here as we go along just to make the game more immersive. So thank you again. Let's drop the puck and start the second period with 4 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes off the clock. And it is a scoring chance for the Penguins again. Penguins came to play. Who will it be? It'll be Ron Schock again. Schock will shoot it from the blue line. And that is a potential save. Now, let's look at Vilmure's save. Vilmure, it'll be a save if this number here in this cell is 5 through 9 and 5 through 9 or 12. Schock shoots. Save turned aside by Vilmure. Good save. Play goes on. With 2 more minutes off the clock. 1, 2. And play continues. 33, that's outside of either of the team's ranges. Play goes on. We'll draw another card. That's 3 more minutes off the clock as we head into the midway point of the game. That is a 19, right on the number for another Penguins scoring chance who are dominating the game offensively. It'll be the letter A. It'll be Jean Pronovost. And Pronovost will shoot from the slot. And Pronovost will score. So the Penguins take a 3-0 lead. The first line is on with the second defensive pairing. So let's see if Pronovost got any help on this goal. So it's the right defenseman. It is Bob Paradise. And Sil Epps. So Pittsburgh goal, Jean Pronovost. Jean Pronovost, click. First assist goes to Bob Paradise and Sil Epps to round out the second assist. It was an even strength goal. Time of the goal, 8:37. So the Penguins reclaim their 2-goal lead as play continues. And there are 3 minutes off the clock. and 67. So more neutral zone play. 1 more minute off the clock. $79, and that's a Rangers chance. I believe that's their second or third scoring chance of the game. And the letter N is Jean Ratelle again will get the scoring chance for the Rangers. And Ratelle will shoot from the blue line. Low percentage shot, but it's better than no percentage. And that's no goal. Play continues. Steered aside by Gary Ennis. 1 more minute off the clock. Can you tell which hockey card series these two goalie pictures come from? Let me know. So penalty AOA. So a potential penalty for the Pittsburgh Penguins. It'll be assessed to anybody with U or ZZ3. Let's give it to Chuck Arneson. Why? It's the first guy that my eyes landed on. So Pittsburgh penalty, Chuck Arneson, an ex-Montreal Canadiens player. He'll go off for interference. 2 minutes. Time of the penalty, 13:13. The Rangers will get their first power play scoring opportunity. 1 tick off the clock. 1 tick equals 1 minute. So this number is 64 or higher. No, it's penalty B, home and away. Let's see what happens. Folks, let me know if this is my way of doing it. Let me know if it's correct or not. So we get a Z2 for cross-checking for A, and we don't have a Z2. Let's see what we have for B. For B is Y2. Is there a Y2? There is no Y2 here, and there's a Y2 here. So it says 2 and 2 for roughing, but since there's only one Y2, I'll give it to Colin Campbell as the lone penalty. So let me know if that's the way I do it. Let me know if I got the rules right. It's a homebrew. I find I enjoy doing it that way. So a 2-minute roughing penalty for Colin Campbell. Now here comes the interesting part. So let me register the penalty first. 2 minutes. And that penalty is at 14:34. So now the Penguins have a 2-man disadvantage. So what I do is that I subtract another 15 from this. So it'll be any from 49 to 100 in this next minute. The Penguins will have a 2-man disadvantage and a much bigger chance for the New York Rangers to score. If that number lands such that is a penalty, I will override it and give it to a scoring chance. So a scoring chance will always override the potential penalty. So the next minute is a 2-man advantage for the Rangers, and then the following minute is a 1-man advantage power play. Okay, 49 or 100. That's a scoring opportunity. And that is a 68. Yes, indeed. Who will it be? So it'll be the letter D. The letter D is Greg Paulus. So Paulus will shoot from the face-off circle. And Paulus will score. So Paulus' line is on with the first defensive pairing. Paulus with R5. No R5. So Paulus assisted by Fairbairn. So New York goal. Greg Paulus. Assisted by Bill Fairbairn. Power play goal. And if you remember, the first penalty was at 13:13. So this has to be within 15:13 to keep the structural integrity of the two-man advantage. So we'll say it's 1307. So 3-2 for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and the Rangers are still on the power play. They'll need a 64 or better. And yes, here's a chance for the Rangers to tie the game. That was a costly penalty by Colin Campbell. So it'll be the letter G. So G is Pete Stemkowski. Stemkowski, the veteran, shoots from the slot. And Stemkowski will score. Tie game. Stemkowski's line is on with the first defensive pairing. So anybody with a 6. There's nobody with a 6. And the right winger. So Stemkowski from the rookie Middleton ties the game. New York Ranger goal. Pete Stemkowski from Rick Middleton. That was a power play goal. Time of the goal. It has to be with 16:33 or earlier, just to correctly document that it was a power play goal. We'll call it a 16:26, and we have a tie game. But we're back at square one as the play continues late in the second period. 3 minutes off the clock, 1, 2, and 3. We're down to the last minute of play. Really good game, entertaining. And that's a 79, and that's another scoring chance for the Rangers. They're coming out firing after a lackadaisical start. It'll be the letter N, and it'll be Rattel again. Jean Rattel will shoot from the blue line. And Rattel, no goal. Now I roll it again just to make sure that that's not a 0. So that's a 3, so that signals the end of the period. Let's take a look at the scoring for the second period. So in the second period, Pittsburgh made it 3-1 on Jean Pronovo's goal, assisted by Paradise and Apps. Greg Paulus made it 3-2 on a power play goal from Fairbairn, and the second power play goal came quickly on its heels with Pete Stemkowski from Rick Middleton. And here we are as we start the third period, all knotted up at 3. 3 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, and 3. And back in this day, there were ties. 71 is just outside of the range. I don't mind ties. 2 minutes off the clock. And 69, that's more neutral zone play. Teams are being cautious in the early going. 3 more minutes off the clock. And more neutral zone play. 2 more minutes off the clock. So some ragged play in the third period. Neither team staking a claim that they want to win. Oh, we have it 87. I spoke too soon. Here comes a scoring chance for the Rangers. It will be the letter S. The letter S is Gilles Marotte. How ironic. A stay-at-home defenseman, Gilles Marotte, gets the scoring opportunity from the slot of all places. And Marotte will shoot, and he'll score. The Rangers came all the way back from a 3-1 deficit, and they take the lead 4-3. Marotte's defensive pairing is on with Rattel's line. So R5, so Rattel has an R5, so Marotte from Rattel. Marotte from Rattel. That's it. So Gilles Marotte from Jean Rattel. Even strength goal, time of the goal, 8:59. 4-3 Rangers as play goes on. 1 minute off the clock as I sip some morning coffee. 55, penalty at home, A. Let's see who it could potentially be assessed to. X and Y2. Any X. Ted Irvine or Vickers? We'll give it to Ted Irvine just to get his name on the score sheet. So, New York Ranger penalty, Ted Irvine. Ted Irvine, what kind of penalty? Let's see. So, Irvine, let's give him a tripping call. Time of the penalty is 9:20. So the Penguins are on the penalty seeking to tie the game. What's going on here? Ted Irvine, 2 minutes. There we go. Penalty is in. The Penguins need 1-34 for a power play scoring chance. No. Looks like their power play may be negated. Who will draw the penalty? You. My eyes landed on Jean Pronovost, so Jean Pronovost it is. So Jean Pronovost gets the penalty. We'll call it a hooking call. 2 minutes. Time of the penalty, 10:17. So we have the next minute is at even strength, and the minute after that will be a power play scoring chance for the Rangers. So, okay, 1 tick off the clock, and we are at even strength. And it is a scoring chance for the Rangers. The letter E. That's Derek Sanderson. Sanderson from the blue line. Goal. Scores. Derek Sanderson gives his team a 5-3 lead. His line is on with a second defensive pairing. So Derek Sanderson, unassisted goal. Okay, so New York Ranger goal, Derek Sanderson, unassisted, even strength goal. Time of the goal, 11:42. And it's 5-3 for the Rangers. Next tick off the clock, the Rangers are on a power play now. 64-100, and it's a power play chance. No, and that gets negated for a potential penalty for the Rangers. It'll be penalty B. Let's see. This could change the game. Penalty B. Z2, 5 minutes for high sticking. They got away with one. No Z2, Z2. Play goes on with 7 minutes and change left in the game. 0 minutes off the clock as we continue. So there was a skirmish, but nothing resulted from it. But we do have another potential penalty to be called against the Rangers. It'll be Y or X2. We'll give it to Jerry Butler. I see an X2, so New York Ranger penalty. So good up and down action, really good game played. And we'll give him a high sticking call. So Jerry Butler gets a high sticking call at 12:01. My mouse is not cooperating this morning. 12:01 is the penalty. And the Penguins are on the power play. The scoring chances for the power play are 1-34 for the Penguins. Another penalty for the Rangers, potentially going down 2 men. And it'll be T, and there is a T, Ron Harris. So New York Ranger penalty. Ron Harris. We'll give him a hooking call. Sure, why not? Hooking at 14:45. So now the Penguins are on a two-man advantage, and they have a 1-49 chance for a scoring chance. 1 minute off the clock. And they do, indeed. This has been such an entertaining game. It'll be the letter H. The letter H is Sil Epps. Sil Epps will shoot it from the face-off circle. Two-man advantage, great chance, and he scores. Epps scores to make it 5-4. So the first line is on with the first defensive pairing. So that'll be assisted by Lowell McDonald. So Sil Epps assisted by Lowell McDonald, and that's it. Pittsburgh goal, Sil Epps assisted by Lowell McDonald. Power play goal at 15:29. And remember, the Penguins are still on the power play. So now their power play chance goes down to the normal 1-34. And that'd be even strength. And the Rangers killed off the second penalty. We are back at even strength with 2 more minutes off the clock. And 86, that is a scoring chance for the Rangers. If the Rangers don't score, you can be sure that the Penguins will pull the goalie. It'll be the letter A, and it'll be Vickers again. That first line has played great. And Vickers shoots from the slot. That's unfortunate for the Penguins, who played a solid game. And, potential save. So Innes 5-9 or 12, and it's a save. So here's a chance to potentially save the game. Will Innes turn it aside? He shoots, and it is a save. Okay, so we're going to pull the goalie. The Penguins will pull the goalie. So 1 tick off the clock. And let's look here at the 6th attacker and see what happens. Empty net goal. So the New York Ranger seal it with an empty net goal. Who scored it? The letter N. Jean Ratelle again. If there were 3 stars, he'd be the first. So Rattel's line is on with the first defensive pairing. So nothing came out of the first assist. So the whole line gets it. So Ratelle from Gilbert and Vickers. So New York Ranger penalty. Ratelle from Vickers and Gilbert. Empty net, even strength empty net. 1901. Okay, so I mentioned this on another stream. Here's what I do when we get a goal, let's say 01 to 047, 45, 47, and we are at the last minute. I will roll this once again, and if I get a 0, there is another scoring chance. If not, the game's over. So let's roll. Oops. Oh, I didn't do it. I goofed. Oh, c'est la vie on live streaming. We're just going to assume there was a pretty excellent chance that the game was going to end at 6-4. So the game does end at 6-4. Let's take a look at what happened in the third period. So in the third period, we have Gilles Marotte scoring from Jean Ratelle. Derek Sanderson made it 5-3. On an unassisted goal, 11:25. Sil Epps made it close on a power play goal from Lowell McDonald at 15:29. And finally, at 19:01, Jean Rattel's empty net gold sealed the victory for the Rangers. I want to thank you for watching. I would enjoy any feedback, constructive feedback, anything to make the stream experience more pleasant. Consider subscribing and liking. And I want to thank everyone, and I wish you all a great day.